No, Issa still off count me. Is he still gonna count us in?
Welcome, y'all. Welcome to this episode of Chat About Toronto.
Hey.
Music don't know.
I know, right? I am your girl, Miss T.
And I'm Ted.
And I am Mel Black Rose.
So, ladies, how was your week?
I feel like the weeks are just becoming the same. Like literally, it's like work, go home, maybe sneak a visit to a friend, go home. That's pretty much what it's been like for me. Like I'm not complaining, but it's just becoming very routine at this point.
It just feels like everything is in one now.
Yeah.
It's true, like you don't feel there's nothing separating the weeks. Like there's no parties like nothing that, like nothing that's pointing to the weekend that's making you feel excited to look forward to it, or like it's just waiting for phase. What phase we in? We in phase two.
Phase two.
Yes. We opened up phase two. So now, I mean, it was good because this week a lot of things open. This week the malls open.
It did?
The malls open on Wednesday. Bars opened as well as of midnight on Tuesday night. So that was good. That was like, praise the Lord. But it's still very, controlled and very allowed, distance and all that kind of stuff, right? Even though yesterday, I was walking yesterday afternoon, and let me tell you, child, you see at King and Peter, there was no social distancing. It was a regular
day.
Everybody was out partying. Music was playing. It's Pride weekend, so everybody was out in force. The streets were filled. The patios were filled, and not a damn person was wearing a mask, honey.
So where is the bylaw officers to enforce this? Like, what's going on? They're supposed to be
Mel, nobody with them. Tear down on this friggin' mask business. But anyway.
I just, as soon as that day happened when like the patios were open, all the patios downtown were full. I don't know. Like, I don't feel to go to a patio right now. Like I know that sounds bad. Like in Toronto, I'd go to a patio somewhere else. But in Toronto, I just don't feel like going to a patio.
I'm sorry, did you say you're coming to the bush? Did you say you're coming up this way?
Brampton, maybe Mississauga.
Brampton.
No, Brampton had one of the highest number of cases of corona, guys.
My girl, nobody with it.
Brampton was high. What do you mean? Brampton was high.
We're good.
Tried it.
I'm gonna do my patio on my own balcony. I'm gonna just chill out right there with a drink.
Yeah.
Keep it safe. So, you know what I mean?
I feel like I'm being super paranoid, but I just want to make sure. And I guess now that I've been home since March, you felt like you wanted to go out and you partied or whatever, but it's like the urgency is not there. It's kind of like you want to go, but you're like, I could wait a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's no rush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There is no rush. As much as I want to go out on my foot hot, okay, I want to go out. And what I really want to go to is a boat ride. That is what I feel to do. You see how the weather's hot? You see, all today would have been a perfect boat ride day.
You know what?
That's the only thing I feel to be. Other than that, I'm good. I like small, little intimate gatherings most of the time anyway. So this is like a nice time for me. Most people just invite you over to their house. You just chill out inside, you chill outside, you go to the backyard, your vibes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm good with that. So let's get into this topic, ladies. We have some stuff to talk about. some vaginal stuff.
We're talking about the lady parts today.
This is our pretty pussy episode, but we have so much information. This even may end up being a part 2. But
honestly, when we started digging in, right, we found like we're like, whoa, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So we just might do this and break it on up. So welcome to all of our viewers. Cam, thank you for joining us as usual, girl. And here, let me go back in here. I can't even see everybody. My eyes are going. I'm getting old, I got to end all.
As soon as you guys come in, say hey so we can shout you out.
Yeah, it's not even showing me. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Welcome. We're gonna talk about some vaginas. Hey, Junior. Good afternoon, sir. Yes. So let's talk about the badge. First things first. First things first. Mel, this is one of the things that we had talked about just a little bit earlier, that you wanted to mention the importance of why we chose this topic and why we feel it's important to talk about this topic.
Right. I just feel with the Black community, when it comes to the pussy, the vagina, it's kind of deemed as this like taboo thing. And, like we have to be silent about it. And I find that even just discussing vaginal health within the Black community, we don't really educate ourselves or our parents, or, you know what I mean? We don't really have nobody to give us this type of guidance. And I can just give an example of the negative connotation vagina and pussy have. Like I posted our show topic on my Instagram page promoting it, and men were in the comments saying, "What the fuck? Whoa, oh my God." And it's just like,
why
are you telling me on how I should name my vagina? I call it my pussy. And why are you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where is this negative connotation coming from?
Yeah.
Like, this is an important part of your health.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
So like, they're offended by pussy? Is that what it is? Pussy.
I don't know. Are they offended by the word? I don't know.
That's silly.
I don't know. It triggers some emotion, you know what I mean? Like it triggers them a little bit, the word pussy. Because when you use pussy, it's just for the bedroom, guys. Like, don't say pussy. Just just say it like that. No,
that's the thing. It's all good if it's being used in the bedroom, if it's being used in a sexual way for that said gentleman. But in any other way, it's like it's too crass. Like, why would you use that word? Like, why would you? But that just goes to say, I think a lot of we're being a little bit facetious, but I think there is some defiance in the title, and I think the reason why we chose it is because we are boldly making statements that we were somewhat muted about in the past, in our communities, and as Black women, as Caribbean women, as African women. I think we were always we shied away from these topics. We weren't able to talk about it. We didn't have any elders that shared this knowledge with us. And so it was just always taboo, right? And now we are in a place where we're more educated. There's lots of things that we're exposed to in terms of information and health and all that. And so now we talk about it boldly and unapologetically, So sorry for those who are offended. We don't mean to be offensive, but we are owning our pussy power. So
exactly.
I like that. I like that. We're owning pussy power.
Okay.
Own that P, bitch.
Okay. P squared, honey.
So what? Pretty much in regards to vaginal health, I think they say vaginal health is very, very important part of our overall health. Overall
health.
Yes.
Well, you all right?
But what we don't take into consideration is if we don't pay attention to our vaginal health, that it can cause vaginal problems. It can affect fertility. You know what I'm saying? It can affect your desire to have sex and even to have an orgasm. Like everything is like, it's so weird. Our vaginal health is very connected. And in regards to you guys, before I give you guys this whole run-on boring ass list of things that affect our vaginal health, like what is it that you like? How do you define vaginal health?
I look at, one of the things I look at with my vaginal health is what you call it? Like vaginal mucus. So like, like when you watch it, you remember your mother always tell you to look at your panty seat, make sure you wash your panty seat. That's one of the ways you could tell whether you're healthy or not. So if you take off your underwear and let me speak for myself. I take off my underwear and I notice that there's any kind of color or any kind of thing, not that there is. I know that there's something wrong. Like there's something on them. I need to fix something. So that's one of the things that I look for when it comes on to my vagina.
Yeah, well, for me, it's the same thing. I look at any like vaginal secretions. I look for color, discoloration, and odor. I make sure that, you know, if there's ever, I mean, there's a natural odor that I think everyone knows that your pubic area carries, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's the I shouldn't say there is. Not everyone is able to, but there you have to learn how to distinguish the different scents that you might have from your vagina, because it doesn't always mean that you have BV, which is like, you know, bacteria, or any kind of other odor issues. I think sometimes we get confused with thinking that our vagina must always smell like peaches and pineapples. And while that's always nice, it's nice, right? Like, who doesn't want to smell like a little cupcake? But it's not natural for us to smell like a cupcake. So, you know, we have to get used to our natural, you know, rustic smell.
Yeah,
and then
not rustic.
No, it's no, seriously, the
true,
best way to describe a vagina smell is musky or fleshy. And during the menstrual cycle,
I'll take fleshy.
It's slightly metallic.
Yeah, it smells like a penny.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like you know, I didn't know that it smelled like. I remember my ex. He was like one of my exes. He was able to tell when my period was coming. So
really?
like, just say, yeah,
okay,
like just say, right? Yeah, like he's like, it doesn't smell bad, but it's just different. It's just like, and he'll be like, yeah, your period's coming soon. I'd be like, so
okay,
those are the things you got to look at, right? And then and then also the moisture. And that's the other thing too. Like, I remember growing up, I would always be like, I would freak out whenever like anything came out, like any secretions came out, like whatever. I'd be like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, something's wrong. I'm leaking. Something's wrong. and, like, and I had no idea that shit was natural. You know what I'm saying? Especially like going through puberty and stuff. Like, I don't know, like there's a lot of secretions, and I was under the impression that like something was definitely wrong with me, and I told my doctor about it, and she was like, girl, that means you're good, you're healthy, like, you know, that's just we're supposed to have that. And she explained the whole thing to me. And back then we didn't have the internet, like I'm saying, back then, because the internet was introduced to me in my final year of high school. Okay, that's to tell you how old I am. So anyway, we didn't have any go and look it up. It was like encyclopedias and shit that you had to go to back then. So the doctors who kind of encyclopedia, right? So anyway, the doctor is the one who kind of schooled me to like knowing what to expect, and you know, how to judge what's happening down there and everything else. And like, not always, even like with secretions, I would always assume that if it was not clear, that something was wrong. I must have a yeast infection, whatever. And she's like, no, there's different times in your cycle where it might come out a little bit creamier than other times, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just learning all those things, right? And now we have the internet, so it's so much easier.
Or you can go get information. Yeah. But let's talk about the pH levels though. Like a lot of people don't know what your normal pH level should be. So Mel, what's your normal pH level? What should that be?
It should be between 3.8 and your pH level should be below or equal to 4.5. Anything that's between 3.8 and 4.5 is like, it's sort of acidic, but to make it normal, it has to stay within that, especially between the ages of 15 to 49. So
So you don't want your vagina to have a pH of anything less than 3, because remember, pH levels is from 1 to 7. So one side is too alkaline, one side is too acidic. So you want to be right in the middle when it comes on to your vaginal pH. You don't want to be too close to 7, child, because that's a whole situation going on down there.
It's about to blow up. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. One thing for me, like one thing that I know, did you guys ever learn that cranberry juice helps to normalize, like balance out your pH? You guys get?
Well,
I don't know, I don't trust that.
Parents, my parents never taught me that.
Not my parents.
No. Shit. I fucking learned
my
that shit.
My mom taught me that. My mother taught me that, you know, cranberry juice is good, but I don't trust it now because cranberry juice is just all sugar now.
Yeah, but they do have the natural one.
Juice.
Yeah.
not ocean spray cranberry drink, but like cranberry juice. You know what I mean?
The one,
Like
the
the
one that's
real one.
The real
yeah,
juice.
the real one.
Yeah, like an organic, natural kind of juice.
Or we could just drink some water.
Or lemon water. Like that's my favorite thing ever. I just quack down some lemon water. Okay, that is the best thing ever. Alkalize yourself and cleanse yourself out.
Well, yeah,
So what do you guys know about cleansers and stuff? Like, I don't know. Initially, when I started doing, I was initially not cleaning with the right thing. So when I was young, used to bathe with soap. I grew up with my dad. So you know what soap we had? Irish Spring.
Oh, God.
Y'all know what Irish Spring does to the vagina. Okay, so that was one of the things, that was the hard lesson for me to learn, is that soaps do not go in the vagina.
Yeah.
Did not know that. I learned that the hard way. It burns, it smells, it stings, all the rest. So then I started, asking questions. I was like, I asked my girlfriends, of course. I remember asking my girlfriend Lisa, and she's like, my pum sensitive, so girl, you don't use that. You use this. So when we were younger, it was Vagisil. So that's how I got introduced to Vagisil, vaginal wash. I did not know anything about it. She put me onto it, and then we started using that. So then I was like, okay, cool. So use that, and I used that for years and years and years. And then you hear about all the chemicals and all these things that are not good for your vagina.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at some natural products, the natural washes and stuff. And then I came up on this product called Coochie Wash. It's a vaginal wash.
Yeah.
Right? You heard this from
Wait, say, what is it called again?
Coochie Wash.
Coochie Wash. Okay.
No, Coochie. Like Coochie.
Oh.
Coochie Wash.
All right. All right. Okay. Kudos to the name. All right.
Right. And so I bought that, and I've been using that, and I actually like it. It's very natural. I like things that sud up, right? I don't like when you have a wash of any kind of, even for your face, right? It doesn't have suds. So it does soap up and has a nice little thing has a nice refreshing scent, anything like that. So I'm actually really pleased with that so far. It comes in a fairly big bottle, so it lasts pretty long. I would say maybe a month to 2 months. You can get like a good set of washing in that space time from it.
So do you how do you know it works? Like, do you do a pum check? Like how can you like determine that
I can tell because of how long I feel fresh.
Oh.
So the fresh, I feel fresh longer throughout my day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I also recognize that like it controls also, like I smell nice all the time. Like, you know what I mean?
It just feels clean.
Yeah. It's just really, it's nice and clean and refreshing. So I feel like that's why I feel comfortable with it. And then also knowing that it's natural makes me feel good. I'm not using any chemicals down there and all that stuff. And so that's what I use. What y'all wash with?
Yeah. There's Summer's Eve, and there's another one called Sweet Spot. Sweet Spot is really good. It's a all natural product. You could get it over the counter. You could get it at Walmart. So they have wipes and they have the feminine wash. And I use that. I use Vagisil sometimes, but then I use Sweet Spot as well.
Okay.
And it's the same thing. You get this refreshing feeling, and especially as I said on the fancy seeds, it's nice and clean and dry. No, I like that. So yeah, that's what I use.
Man, I keep that shit au natural. I'm not trying to do too much.
And that's good too.
I just use a mild soap, do the thing, make sure I, touch the clit, clean in between, the two sides there. Make sure everything are clean out, and take probiotics. That's just my pussy freshness situation here. So
and there's another black product, a black company that makes a feminine wash. I actually saw it on Sasha's page, Flossa Couture. It's called Sweet Cookie.
Oh,
you ever heard of that?
Sweet Cookie wash.
Someone just said it.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the things. I want to try that because everybody's been raving about that shit. So I'm going to try that next. I want to try it and do a little review of it. But yeah, that's the other one. And I know that I think they're black owned, and so is Femme Magic. And the other company that I found that has some similar stuff is Black Sauce brand.
Black Sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple, and then Honey Pot, which just went in
And
major
Honey
store.
Pot,
It's just that you have to pay the shipping to get it here in Canada. I know the small bottle of feminine wash, you could get it on Amazon, but it's really not worth it because it's so expensive. So it's better to just buy it directly from the website and ship it here. But I love that she's Black owned, and one thing that that resonated with me with this brand is that she said the recipe for her products came from her ancestor. Like that alone, I was just like, yes, girl, yeah. I love that. So I obviously Black owned. So yeah.
Okay. So have you used any of her products yet?
I haven't. Because you know that shipping fee, girl.
I know that's why. Because I use. You know what? You're right. Because I use this shampoo called Design Essentials, and I used to be able to just get it from the hair store, but I guess it wasn't popular. So then all of a sudden now, I want to order it. It's like fucking $30 for shipping. I'm not doing that. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Yeah. But see, we're talking about what we do to maintain our pussy health. That's the inside of the pum pum thing. You know what I mean? So what do you guys do to maintain the outside to keep the pussy pretty? Because if people understand our pussy, making your pussy pretty is you have to make it pretty on the inside and pretty on the outside. So ladies, how you maintain your pussy? How you maintain your pussy?
Powder.
We're not going with this powder again. We're not going. Okay, can you tell me about this fucking powder?
Powder, my powder.
Don't kill me, okay? Oh my Lord, she in this powder.
You put all the powder. So then what happens when it's time for the sexual interaction? Do you go to the washroom and remove the powder?
No.
Or is the powder still there?
Powder's still there because you see, when you come up, they look like a crackhead, dude. Like they come up looking like a crackhead.
Oh.
Just like white mouth and everything. So you have to dust it off their face.
A jelly donut.
Yeah.
So you're okay with putting toxins into the person who's yamming you out?
I'm not eating. I'm not eating it.
Listen, ladies, if you're gonna use this poisonous talent powder to keep dry, I was there. I used to pat my pum pum with the powder. I understand, but we need to understand the chemicals that are in there. Use it just for the outside. I don't want you to put the powder close to the entrance, please. Around.
The entrance.
Just around. But
oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Don't kill me. Okay. Listen, everybody's going crazy in the comments. Okay. Lisa's going nuts. Lisa's like, powder? Hell no. Powder is very bad. Lisa is saying that's putting toxins. Cam. Everybody's going nuts. They're saying, do not put powder in your pum pum. It's cancerous. You're putting toxins in there.
It's not inside.
Don't use it, period, Lisa said. She is a powder donut virgin. She love a powder.
It's not inside. It's like right in the bikini line area, like right there.
So maybe you have to look at another thing that does like the same thing, but not something that's not toxic. Like maybe using cornstarch instead. Something that's.
I don't want a cornstarch from.
It'll probably be natural. It will be edible, and he would eat it and not have any toxins. He'd have cornstarch. Right? That is harmless. He can survive.
Okay, well maybe it was just one time, but like now I realize that it looks away when they come up and their mouths and their face is all white. So then what I'll do is I'll just like rinse it off first before. So I probably don't.
Said I'll rinse it off first because it looks away when he comes up and his face is powdered up.
Because it looks so it looks away when you come up.
Why?
But we have to work on this powder thing though. We gotta have to work on it. So for me, when it comes to grooming, I am a hater of hair. So I tend to like it clean and smooth.
All gone?
Yeah. All gone. I am working up to getting lasering because I don't like hair. So I would really like no hair because you shave, you have the ingrowns and you have
the laser
sometimes all kind of strippiness. So yeah.
You gonna do the laser?
Huh?
I want to try it.
You gonna do the laser for real?
I want to, yes.
Me too.
I don't want no hair. I don't want to be bothered with it. I'm tired.
I hear that it's painful though.
I know, but then it'll be gone.
Yeah.
Like it's one time of pain, not one time, but like, a sessions of pain. and then it'll be all gone. We're good.
Yo.
But you know what? There's some men who like it hairy and like musty. Like,
I know.
Like
no,
really.
No, there are some men who like it
one guy told me he likes his pussy like hairy with a little bit of a must smell.
That is a choking hazard.
But there's a lot of men who don't.
That's what he told me.
Pussy. You know why? A lot of men don't like it because they want it to. They said they want a grown pussy. They don't want no smooth pussy. Like they want it to look grown up. So I get it, right? But for me, it's more of like I just don't like. It's a hazard. Like that shit is like steel wool, bro. Like I don't like it.
What kind of hair you have done that, girl?
I got some tough ass hair. No, I'm sorry. I don't like pubic hairs. They're tough. I don't like him. So
you guys have done Brazilians before, right?
Yeah.
But I do a Brazilian with the strip.
A landing strip.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, one time I went to get a Brazilian. Tell me why this bitch let the wax get cold on me.
Wow.
So when it's time to pull it off, oh God, listen, I cried. She let the wax get cold on me.
Why?
It was the worst thing ever.
What did you do? Did you fight her?
I almost kicked her. I almost kicked her because she was there trying to get it off, right? So she was there. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That was painful.
No.
That was pretty painful.
I like a good wax. I love a good wax.
Never go back.
Junior said how it can be grown and smooth.
Also, like just shave it. Some girls just shave it down. Like their maintenance is not overgrown, but they'll give it shave, so there's still like some still there. Like,
I prefer the wax. It's less work. I feel like it's just less
Me
work
too.
to get it waxed.
Me too. And I just feel fresher and cleaner and just more release. But during COVID, though, I had to do the nice, even though I never got any dick during this COVID period. Yeah, I just gave it like a low kind of fade because I couldn't do it. At first, I knew I was letting myself go when
you
it was.
You could do like a friend of mine and let her partner do it. What's wrong with that?
Where's the partner? I'm not getting dick during this COVID. Remember the situation?
It's not because of COVID you're not getting dick, is it?
I don't know. Yeah, no. I haven't had dick for a while, but that's not the point. The point is that I decided to just maintain it myself, and I've just been doing. And you know what actually works for razor bumps? Polysporin. Yes. So you know how right because I can't shave because once I shave my skin gets like super irritated. So I did it the other day just to like give it a nice low fade, but I'm like, oh shit, the sides, and I really went hard on the sides,
Yeah.
So then I put polysporin on it for 2 days, and I never got any bumps.
And it helps.
It heals the skin, and it doesn't make a bump. And you know what else works? That's the Trinidad. I don't know if other islands do it or anywhere else, but we use soft candle, which is just like it's camphor, like it's a wax that's medicated in some kind of way, and you rub it on any bumps, boils, ingrowns, anything like that, and draws whatever it is, it brings it to the surface, right? It's one of those things that we use. So soft candle, you get it at the West Indian store. If you're in Toronto, you can go to Miss Yvonne in Kensington and buy it.
Soft candle. Isn't it like a tin can?
They have some in a can, some of it comes in a jar, and sometimes it's in it looks like a candle. It's like a long stick that's rolled in wax paper. And it has like a thread in the middle, and it's just wax, it's just rolled around literally looks like a candle.
Oh, I find when I use the the exfoliating glove or a loofah and
Yes.
massage the area. I find that works for me. So
do you massage it?
Anything that works, Tess, you're right, because I do the same thing. My exfoliating glove, I have one specifically for down there.
Yeah.
You do it
I just exfoliate.
Before or after the wax?
After the wax.
Really? And it doesn't
as your
irritate
hair is
skin?
growing.
But you have to be very gentle. Be very gentle, man.
You know what? I think my problem is
and
I'm
not
too
immediately
rough.
after. Not immediately after.
No.
Like how long?
A couple days after, as your hair starts to grow in, you just gently do it, very gently, because what you're doing is you're just erasing any of the buildup of this dead skin cells. You're just removing it so that you don't get an ingrown. So you're just smoothing a little lightly, right?
You know what I was doing from day one? I'm like,
no, too rough.
No,
Jesus
that's
Lord.
I don't know why I'm so rough.
Why are you so rough with the thing? You just beat up the thing.
It's rough because it's lonely. It's sad. We have some funny comments. Mrs. Z says, I got a Brazilian once and I couldn't sit down for days.
It hurts. It hurts, you know. It hurts. You have to get used to it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Cam's what? Mrs. Z says Veet. Yeah, Veet is good too, but it just doesn't last as long. And
the hair removal, right? The hair removal.
Yeah. It's not that
I'm
bad.
afraid to put them too close to my inside, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I feel like it's gonna burn me. I don't know why I'm scared of anything hair removal. I'm like, if it's gonna remove the hair, what else is it gonna remove?
That's
like
I always feel like it's gonna, like, if it touches the inner part of the vagina, I feel like that is gonna like
burn.
You said, it's gonna tear up because that skin is even more tender. So I'm just like, what if it slip and go where it's not supposed to go?
Yeah,
you know.
You know what I say?
One thing my granny told me to put to help with like keeping the vagina clean. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but put a clove of garlic.
Where?
In your pump.
Inside it?
Seriously. Yes.
How you mean?
Okay, so just put like a clove, not a big one, like a small one. The skin? Yes, Sasha.
Well, I need directions.
Okay,
I'm
sorry. So peel off the skin off the clove of garlic, and you just put it inside and leave it there for like maybe an hour or two. And I mean, eventually it will fall out when you pee, but it burns at first, but it helps to kind of like to clean it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I know garlic has a lot of medicinal purposes, so I don't doubt that. I've just never heard it.
No, I never heard that before.
I know.
I'm sorry.
But even eating garlic, they say like if you're going to have sexual relations, that you probably shouldn't eat garlic because it comes out, your secretions come out. It comes out your skin, your pores, and everything. So it's not the best thing.
Yeah.
For it to eat, but I've never heard of the putting it inside. So Tess, you gonna test it out and tell us?
Yeah.
So why me have to test it? Why one
is your grandmother? Is your grandmother's family?
We need to know. We need to know.
I'll test it. I'll test it and tell you guys. I'll test it and tell you guys on part 2. I'll test it. Because it's garlic. It's natural. It's not going to do nothing.
Right.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to try it.
Okay. And let us know how it works. Because I want to know, girl. So, what about vaginal steaming? Have you guys ever steamed?
No,
I've never done it.
I'm not putting no heat on my pussy. Like every time I see it, it's like
you won't put heat on your pussy, but you'll be banging the shit out of your pussy like it's a drum.
I'm not fucking sitting on steam on my pussy. Like anyway, I know people do it and they love it. You tell me.
Yeah.
I know.
So, I was just talking about it earlier with my girlfriend. So I've never done it, but I've been intrigued by it. And I keep saying I'm gonna try it, and I haven't done it yet because I have to buy the basin, and that's like the biggest problem is buying the damn basin because you never remember. Yeah. But anyway, there are 2 schools that some people are so against it. They're like it's not safe. There's even a lot of doctors, which here and there not there for me because anything that's natural, they tend to speak up against it. So. But they say that because of the steam, you could potentially burn yourself because it's really tender down there. It could, like, you don't know what there's no proven facts that state that the steaming works for any of the things that people claim it works for. A lot of things. But there are also a lot of people who swear by it, who say that it has helped in their vaginal health. It has helped them with their fertility. It has helped to restore their vaginal, like their levels, their pH levels, their overall moisture and all that kind of stuff. And that it's also kind of assisted them in their sexual like climax and stuff like that. It's helped in that way too. So it's different schools, but there's a lot of people who have heard speaking very highly about it and doing the steaming. And it's primarily I don't know all the different herbs, but there's certain herbs that they use in it that they're basically drawing a bath for your vagina and hovering above it so that the steam goes up into your vagina and pulls out all the toxins and all the things that could be living in your womb.
So how long you have to sit on the thing?
Like about 20 minutes. Just sit there and let it, steam up.
You guys ever hear about turpentine?
Turpentine?
No,
yeah.
What's that?
So it's some kind of ointment. It's stronger than peppermint.
Okay.
Right? And in Jamaica, in the olden days, not now, but in the olden days, Jamaica, when you have a baby, you have to do a vaginal steam, or they call it douche. You have to do a vaginal steam, and you have to sit down over the turpentine. So they put it in the water, and you have to sit in it. Now that thing burns. It burns so bad. Like it's stronger. It's more potent than peppermint. And they're putting that in the water. You have to sit over it to clean out your inside. So I've never experienced it, but from what I've heard, it's very painful. So that just put a bad taste in my mouth on the whole steaming. Like I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think they use like other natural products. Don't they use like natural herbs and stuff like that inside?
Yeah, now they do. Yeah, now they do.
Yeah. I mean, it's similar to going into a sauna, right? It's just like the same way how you would steam your skin and all the toxins would come to the surface from that steaming. It's a similar thing in steaming your vagina, right? It's just using the herbs to kind of encourage all that stuff to come to the surface. So similar kind of concept. I have heard that if you steam too much, it could potentially disrupt your menstrual cycle. You could get fewer menstrual cycles if you do it too frequently.
What?
So you kind of So like sometimes if you're steaming too frequently, maybe 3 to 4 times a week is too frequent. You might need to just do it once or twice a week.
Okay.
So that it doesn't, it's just too much. Yeah.
So it's kind of like you exfoliating.
Yeah, you're just literally sitting over a basin of water that's just been drying in some natural herbs, and you just sit and let your pom pom sweat. Sweat it out.
Just thinking about the pom pom sweat.
Sweat that out. So I'm definitely gonna start out. So I'm gonna do it and let you guys know, because I want to try the steam, and it also supposed to help with keeping the pom pom tight and right and moist. So I'll let you know.
So, are there things that you guys do to keep the pussy lubricated? Like, what do you guys do to make sure that your pom pom is, nicely wet for the?
Don't fuck with fuckboys.
No, but in regards to your vaginal health, though, like for me, I know I take probiotics, because then I know that my pussy's just gonna be, because it's like what there is. So like
I don't know.
I've just started taking probiotics because I just started grabbing stuff from Melaleuca. Shout out to y'all. So I just started taking probiotics, and I've kind of noticed a difference in my energy and my skin and everything else. So it could be very well that it's also working down there. What I do is I drink a lot of water. That is one of my main things that I do is I drink a lot of water. I have noticed as I've gotten older, I have had a reduction in the level of moisture that I have. So before it was just like all the time, just wet up. Now it's not so much, but now it's more. It takes more effort, and I think even to sexually, it takes more effort because now I am you know, like when you're inexperienced about sex, you just kind of go along with the flow. But now I'm more specific about what I want and what turns me on and what gets me there. And so I'm not like, I don't just turn like that, you know?
Right. Just like, yeah.
But that's why lubricant now has become my best friend.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, because like obviously I like water based, but it depends on the type. But my favorite lubricant that I use is it's a feminine one called Her. And you can get it silicone based or you can get it water based, whatever you choose. But it's actually an amazing product to just keep it, because people don't understand that you like when you're like, you may feel wet a little bit inside, but you have to be like completely lubricated for that penis to go in, right? And sometimes forceful, but that's the thing, forceful sex can cause effects to your vaginal health because so it's causing problems with that. So like lubricants, whatever. And I, you know, some people are like, man, I want a chemical thing in my body. Man, well, you could use coconut oil.
Only if you're not using latex condoms, because oils.
Not if.
With that. So if you're using condoms, then you have to use a water-based lubricant. If you're not, then you can use the natural things like coconut oil. Right,
but since we're talking about vaginal health, you should be using condoms if you're fucking numerous of people. I'm just saying. Just for the care of you can be whatever you want to be, but just wear the condom if you want to secure your vaginal health. That's all I'm saying.
It does contribute to having more because you have different people's bacteria, and not because they're dirty necessarily, but everyone has it that carries their own. Everybody's their own universe, so we all have our own bacteria. So having multiple sets of bacteria in your vagina at one time could contribute to you developing yeast or developing BV or any of those other things. So that's, from that perspective, it's safer for you to just wrap that shit up, especially if you don't know where that is going, girl. You don't know where else it's going. It might not just be visiting you.
And pay attention how your body reacts to different brands of condoms.
Yeah.
Like for me, I know